What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, founder of the Clean Biz Network. And today's guest, actually, you know what? My bad. Let me do something. I'm gonna start it off with just showing my own face. All right. And then I'll bring you out, make it be a little bit more surprise. All right, here we go. What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here, founder of the Clean Biz Network. And today's guest has an absolutely amazing testimony. I want her to tell the story better than I can, but just to sum it up, she basically was locked up, came home, got her a trade and worked double shifts. For 32 days straight, just so she can save that $2,000 to go ahead and get her Clean Biz Starter Kit from us at Clean Biz Network. That was back in July 2020. Fast forward to 2023, she won the Clean Biz Network Outstanding Entrepreneur Award, and she's here to finally share just a piece of her story. So please welcome the owner of Pittsburgh Cleaning by Promise LLC, Miss Farren Jackson. What's up, Farren?
Hey, y'all. Happy to be here.
Absolutely, definitely happy to have you. So you've seen the interviews before, already know how we start this off. So if you don't mind, please share with us about roughly where you are when it comes to revenue for your cleaning company.
Well, my main account, my biggest account, I'm for sure going to close out this year at 160. But I'm gonna put everything in me to try to get the 200. I really want to see how close I could get the 200.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now we're gonna dive into those numbers a little bit and figure out how you got to that point. But before we do, just tell us your story real quick, like who you are, where you're from, a little bit about your background.
I'm Farren Jackson. I'm the founder of Pittsburgh Cleaning by Promise, Promise Pack Club, and the Entrepreneur Movement. I grew up on the south side of Pittsburgh, and I was born on the west. We started off in the projects. When I hit about 10 years old, my mom bought a house on the south side, get away from my dad because he was addicted to drugs. She was a single mother. She worked super hard, like workaholic, nicest house on the street, stuff like that. But then too much freedom, pregnant at 15, incarcerated at 21 for selling drugs. So just to sum it up, that's how I ended up incarcerated.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I want to talk about that for a minute just because, like, from my experience, right, all my homeboys got locked up early on. And just to be honest, like, I felt like some of them, they felt like their life was over. Like, I'm a fella now, I can't do nothing, so why even bother, right? So it sounds like you, on the other hand, you was different. Like, you, for some reason, you was able to stay positive, stay motivated, and you was determined to make it out here. So I just want to know, like, how did you do that?
Well, just because I was locked up, like my mind wasn't in prison, so I
Right.
still had the same character and aspirations. I just had to find some guidance. Like if it wasn't for CBN, I would have been franchised or something. So I think it's about finding that guidance because you hear most hustlers say, I do what I know. This is all I know. And it's not a lie. So for me, it was about just finding the right path and changing my situations and the people that I hung with before the jail I didn't hang with no more. The things I did in jail, like I read books and did things that I think I really in a way freed myself when I went to prison. So mentally, because like I didn't let jail stop nothing. I didn't know I was going to own a business, but I knew I wasn't going to be broke. So so started surrounding myself with different people in prison and outside of prison. I mean, we all jump hurdles. I had write-ups. I went to the hole. I did it all. But when I knew I was in that 18-month pre-release, I got my mind right. And I continued to hit the ground running and I just never stopped. So I just continued to network. Networking is going to be everybody's biggest friend. So as long as you network, who you know matters. So as long as you keep networking and doing the things, like if I would have known at 16, if I would have known that AJ or anybody with a business, I would have never went to jail. And I know that for myself and a lot of other people. If we knew how to run a business at a young age and seen that, we wouldn't be selling drugs. You'd be a fool. So, and a lot of other things we do for money. So I went to jail trying to escape poverty and not working like my mom did. So mentally though, my character and my aspirations, I had that. I had dreams and goals and I didn't know how I was going to do it, but it doesn't matter. If you could see it, you could get it. So that's how I train my mind over matter type mentality,
Okay. Now I saw in my notes that you went to Triangle Tech and you went and got a trade in welding, and it sounds like you pretty much just you started getting high paying jobs, and eventually you transitioned over to be able to afford to start your own cleaning company. And so that's very similar to my story. I went to TCC, Tidewater Community College, through the Norfolk Naval Shipyard, which was an apprenticeship program. And so, but I was able to get that high paying job, which, high is relative these days, but back then that was a lot of money to be making that 20 something an hour. Right. And so, but I was able to use that money to be able to invest into my cleaning company. So I guess my question to you is, would you recommend like starting off to get a trade or trying to find some type of high paying job first? If anybody's like feel like they're too broke to start a company right now, like what would be
Absolutely
your
not.
advice? Okay, but yeah.
But if you have a craft and you do become a union worker, there's nothing wrong with perfecting your craft and doing some side work and learning how to network and get with people and doing it that way. But eventually the goal has to be on your own if you're really good at your craft. So
Right.
that's how I wouldn't go to a union unless you was just needed some touch up or something. I probably still wouldn't go to. I would still start off with a business
Right.
and learn and mess up get a couple bad reviews and whatever it takes.
Sure.
That's how I would
For sure. So let me ask you this then. So, because like I said, I went through apprenticeship for my like to get my trade as a machinist. But you can also go through like apprenticeships for cleaning. Would you recommend somebody like starting off doing that, or you just say you don't really have to? You could do it however you want to do it. What's your feedback on that?
Do you mean apprenticeship or do you mean like franchise?
Pay anything. Maybe it could be a franchise, it could be an apprenticeship, it could be
Apprenticeship,
just finding a
yeah.
mentor.
I think apprenticeship, yeah, because I think apprenticeship, the goal is for you to get to that higher ballpark. But when you do franchise, you're never going to own it. So I
Yeah.
don't think you should go franchise. I tried franchise because I was scared to get my own contracts and I had no clue how to get contracts. So, but when the numbers wasn't adding up to me. I made more money when I was welding or a machine operator. So it didn't make sense to me to franchise. To me, I had a whole bunch of buildings and it was so tiring and I didn't like it. I need to be at the table knowing what the numbers are. I have to know what the numbers are. That's how I gotta know what the numbers are before we can even talk.
Right. So
So
I brought that up because I think I saw my notes that you were working on putting together like an apprentice opportunity yourself through your cleaning company. So could you kind of talk about that?
yeah, so I started a course, Promise Pack Club. So to Promise Pack Club is going to present the entrepreneur movement, where the entrepreneur movement, I'm gonna go inside of prisons and people coming home for reentry and underserved communities. I'm going to offer them like it's probably going to be like around like a $5,000 scholarship. It's going to be like Promise Pack Club, but in person. So it's like an in-person workshop, everything that's in Promise Pack Club, but it'll be hands-on, in person. And I'm working on every single day. I'm working on getting this funding. So when these people come home, we could start them off with the laptops, the logos, the websites, the marketing, everything that's going to be necessarily needed to be a successful apprenticeship program. I'm working on doing that. So, but it's just really a pivot off of Promise Pack Club, but you get me in person, and we're
Okay.
going to network in person. So,
Gotcha. Okay, now I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and we're gonna jump into your cleaning company. So just to start it off, like out of all of the businesses to start, what made you start a cleaning business in the first place?
well, because my mom worked so much, my brother was 8 years older than me. I was the youngest.
Mhm.
And you learn stuff from your older siblings. He
Yeah.
would say to me, like, we raised ourselves for real. So he would say to me, like, long as mom come in this house and it's spotless and the shingles the shingles on the rug straight and everything, she see your reflection in the mirror, she's never going to be able to complain. She works too hard. So when she comes home to that clean house is really hard to
Yeah.
complain. So I
Yeah.
always remember that, like, you know what? As long as I can get these people's houses clean, I ain't got to talk to nobody. I can put my earbuds in and I can just go to work. So that's
Right.
that's pretty much why. And in the startup costs, I didn't think that it would be that. You know what I mean? It's not high. I don't got to go buy a bunch of lawnmowers or a bunch of different tools and all that for starting a different business. So I was like, cleaning business, it got to be the cleaning business. It had to
Yeah.
be. We
For
all been
sure.
cleaning our whole life, so as long as you can clean, you're going to get some money.
Facts. Fact. Now let's talk about this, right? So what about like what is the makeup of your cleaning company? Do you do primarily commercial or primarily residential?
I prefer residential. When I did commercial, it was like too much mopping, too much. I think when you do commercial, to me, in my opinion, I think you should hire up. I think that's
Yeah.
what commercial's for. So because I'm so much in my business still, I like doing residential Airbnbs and post construction because I could
Okay.
be all the way in that without feeling beat. You know what I mean? I used to feel like that mop used to kill me in that commercial. I didn't like it. And we
That's
had like crumble cookies and daycares, and I
yeah.
didn't like it. I could do 10 houses. I could do 10 Airbnbs in one day and still do it residential, but I couldn't do 10 buildings in one day. I would be tore up, you know. So that's for me. That's why I like residential in the Airbnbs and the post construction. You get you can easily get a $7,000, $5,000, take a trip. So, so that's why I like post construction. I don't even include post construction in my income ever, because if I get a post construction job, I'm leaving. And I get about 2-3 a month. So like I got construction companies that just work with me. So
Gotcha. So it sounds like for the most part, are you doing the bulk of the cleaning, or do you got mostly people working for you?
no, I do mostly everything. If
Gotcha.
I don't call you unless I got like a post construction that's 5 and up. I'm not asking you for help. I'm lying and I'm telling them I probably shouldn't say this on here, but I lie and tell them I got the people. And I work with other companies that will for surely come with me.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I do a post construction, I go on a trip. So
Right.
I just so I ain't gonna lie. I say I got the manpower, and I do. If they make me come like during the day, I'll come with people the right way and do it. But if they give me that key to overnight, I'm coming by myself.
Yeah. Now, so
And
listen to
I'll
this.
have that thing spotless by the time you get there. I've done did it 1,000 times over. So
Yeah.
that's how I like to be in it by myself. I don't know why that sounds stupid, but when I fire myself, I don't want to be called. So like I'm all the way in it right now and
Yeah.
working my way out. So
Yeah.
when I work my way out, I ain't getting no calls, man.
Right. But this is what I was going to point out, though. It's like, okay, we all know, you should build a system out of it, build a company. But I want to highlight the fact that you making doctor money. You know what I mean? You making doctor money simply cleaning, doing something that everybody can do. So I know while a lot of people that watch my channel, I always talk about the scale inside and the building a business out of it. But be clear, I know some of y'all you might not feel like doing that part. You might just be, look, I don't want no job and I want to make good money. You know what I mean? Farren has proven that it's still possible in this industry. So I did just want to point that out.
And you could pivot so much off of cleaning. I don't just have a cleaning company.
Facts.
So, I don't know where I want to go with cleaning. I'm keeping it at a float to the point where if we make enough money to have like invest in whatever I want to do, but I don't know if I want to do cleaning the rest of my life, but I'm going to keep it. My goal is to keep it at 200 and get it to 250,000 and keep it floating until I decide what I need. That's really my goal. So by next year, I don't know if I'm gonna close it out this year, but by next year, I need my cleaning business to be at 250 for sure. And then I feel like that was my target goal. And I thought I was doing great before the CBN conference. But that's really my goal. When I get to 250, I'm hiring up, and that's when I'll start making the different adjustments. But I'm pretty much all in right now because I'm trying to decide, what Farren wants. So that's really why I didn't hire up and do that, because I don't like employees. So I don't want to make myself get out of it before I hit my 250. So that's really where I'm at with it.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, what was my next question? I forgot. Okay, but so do you remember how you found your very first customer?
Yeah, it was from 99 calls and it was commercial, and it was the easiest commercial. It was an architect building. It was like 10 desks in there. It would be spotless in there. I mean, I think I just had to like spray the chemicals. Like they just maybe they had to have a cleaner on their payroll or something, because I had them for about 2 years and then they ended up going to a different building that came with the cleaner. But it was the easiest job I ever had. Like, and they would pay me like $200 a week, twice a week. So I would make $400 a week just to go in there and literally just make stuff to do. So we had our own keys and our own access. I thought I was going to be commercialed out.
Yeah. Now, I tell you what, I had an architect building before myself. They're the easiest. I love those.
Yeah.
Like any type of building like that, straight carpet, they barely, tracking dirt, and I take those all day long. So
right.
I know exactly what you mean. Now, you said you got it from 99 calls. Is that the same way that you get your clients today, or what's your best way for getting new customers today?
All my customers today are on my phone. So like I got landlords that call me when they got people moving out. They, small landlords with only a few properties. I'm a backup cleaner for a bunch of other Airbnbs. And I got a lot of construction companies. A lot of construction companies, they come from out of town. So they'll call me when they come do a job. And that's pretty much, I don't bid no more because I can't.
Right. Right.
So like I would have to hire up if I put in one more bid, I would have to hire up. So I'm pretty much just floating, AJ. I'm pretty much just I mean I know that my techniques still work because I send other people on bids, like I teach them how to do it. And I just got somebody from CBN yesterday that told me, "Thank you so much for helping me adjust my thing on Turn On. I got 3 Airbnbs and they're doing great." Like so I know the technique still works. I just don't bid no more. I will though when I get my apprenticeship and I want to show people how it goes. I'm gonna be a lot more into it. So
Got you. Now let me ask you this: so when you were still taking bids and stuff, do you think there was anything that you were doing during the walkthrough that helped you like close deals?
absolutely. I make
Okay.
sure that we both leave this conversation. Like I said, I need to know what I'm making. So a lot of people will say, "Oh, keep it professional, keep it." I'm coming. If you want to, I'm coming here and I'm asking you straight up, what's the budget? Because that will give me my motivation to know if you tell me the budget is lower than what I expect, it's not that I won't do it. But if you're
Yeah.
saying do these windows, do this, do that, and it's not in my budget, I'm gonna let you know, no, that's not what falls under this. I do this for this and I do this for that, and here's my price list. You know what I mean? So I know that we both leave the conversation knowing happy. Like I make sure like I don't just ask the budget, like I'll be like, okay, so before I leave, so this is what you want done, this is how you want it done. Like I just make sure that it's very specific that we both know. Like so when I leave, she knows that I know that this is what she want
Yeah.
and she know this is my price range. So that's
Yeah.
how it'll make it so much easier for me because that's how I'm in it for the money. So
Yeah.
I need to know first hand. I don't just come straight out like how much you got, but but I do, I'll walk around with you a little bit and I'll be like, okay, so you got a budget. But sometimes a lot of my walkthroughs are already put in a proposal and I'm just there for the walkthrough and I know it's mine. So
Right.
that happens a lot too. So I don't have to ask the budget. If I already know the budget and I already sent you my proposal and I'm here, then I just pretty much close the deal with just conversation. Like networking is really your best friend. You just gotta conversate. And I hate having conversations. I
Right.
just let my work speak for itself, but it doesn't work like that all the time. So you gotta learn how to talk. And like when I say learn how to talk, I'm not saying like you got to change who you are. Just understand the conversation. Like, cause I'm not coming around and oh yes, I'm not doing all that. It's not
Right.
me. I'm not doing it. So as long as I understand the conversation, like I'm dominating the room. So I don't want nobody to feel like you gotta change who you are. Like you don't have to do that. You don't have to
Yeah.
you just be yourself and have a regular conversation because some of these people, it's more relatable like that. It's not so
Yeah.
much a corporate job, even if you make millions, like you're still who you are. So my thing, I think it's just more about just being yourself because you could tell when somebody's fronting. It's the same when people come over to our neighborhood and they start want to talking like they're down. It looks
Yeah.
stupid. So
Yeah.
just
Right.
be yourself. Like just be
Yeah.
yourself and conversate, and it's yours for real. Because they don't want to
Yeah.
keep when you call somebody for something. If something breaks in your house right now, you don't want to call 10 people to come fix it. You want that first conversation to go smooth.
Right.
You want that
Right.
first person that comes to your house says, "This is the estimate. This is how much," and you don't want to keep interviewing people or having people come in your house. You want that first deal, that first person. They feel the same way. You know what I mean? It goes both ways. So that's how I look at it. Like they don't want to keep dealing with people just like I don't want to. So that's how I feel about it. That's how I just be yourself.
And that's what's up. Now I'll ask you this too. So what about like when you finally do get those big jobs where you gotta hire somebody out to help out? Where do you go to find your help?
I try to use other cleaners,
Okay.
but when I got my first big job, it was 210,000 square feet, and it was like 300 apartments in there. And I lied and told him that I had the the superintendent said to me, "You know how you got this job?" I said, "Yeah, I had the lowest bid." He said, "No, because you had the manpower."
Oh
I
shit.
swear to God. And I got that off of CBN. Somebody on CBN said,
Wow.
"You're the owner." I went in there with my chest out. I'm like, "Yeah, I got about 10 people come up in here." Like being myself, just talking. And he like, "All right." You know why you got this? I said, "Yeah." He said, "No, you had the manpower." So what I did at that time, I had a couple cleaner. I had a couple people who just wanted to work, and post construction is not an ongoing thing. So I just found some people that wanted to make some money that I knew. But this round, when I really hire up, I'm gonna go on Indeed, or I'm gonna go on Bark, or I'm gonna go on all the apps that I had used in the beginning. Like Bark, you could use to get customers, but you could also use to get cleaners. Like you could get cleaners off of Thumbtack too. So I probably would use like Thumbtack and Bark for cleaners because they're already cleaners.
Yeah,
Or probably Indeed. That's probably how I would go about it. That's how I plan to go about it because I don't want to deal with people I know unless
yeah.
they're already in business when I
Right,
hire up.
right.
So that's how I'm
That
gonna
makes
do it.
that made perfect sense. Now, being that you got your company structured the way that you got it structured, about like what's your work week looking like each week? Like how many hours per day, and then how many days a week are you on average working?
This is why I love Airbnb because
Okay.
11 to 4. They check out at 11. I'm there. 4 o'clock, we're out. So if we got like 9 Airbnbs though, we'll split up. Me and my husband will split up. But if it's like 5 Airbnbs, we'll just go do them together. Like it just depends on the day, but our work week is from 11 to 4. So whether that's 9 or whether that's 5, we done at 4 o'clock. Whether we split up or whether we do them together, we done at 4 o'clock. So that's just our work week. And sometimes like we get residentials and stuff like the landlords and stuff. So we'll just fit them in our schedule.
Yeah.
However, like we're usually off Saturdays, so we'll do it on a Saturday or like residential maybe in the morning. Like we just fit it around our Airbnb schedule. If I do a post construction, I try to do it overnight if unless they want me on site, and then I'll
Yeah.
get other cleaners to come with me. But pretty much 11 to 4 is my schedule.
That's what's up. Is that Monday through Friday, or is that like 7 days a week? How many days a week is that?
It's like Sunday through Friday. So
Gotcha.
because we're off,
That's
we
fine.
usually off Saturdays. So Sundays I have to work because there's so many checkouts. So
Yeah.
but otherwise it's 11 to 4. So we probably do about 20-25 hours a week,
That's
maybe
what's up.
30 with the commute.
Right. That's what's up though. And then bringing in that type of money. That's what's up. So
You
now,
can't beat
right. So
it.
what's been the hardest part for you so far, building your business for these past, 3 years or so?
I'm gonna be completely honest. It was me realizing that my support has to come from my network and not my chosen person. Like you can't expect your mom or your siblings or even your partner. You can't expect those people to see your vision. You
Yeah.
have to see your vision, and I had to realize that. Like find a network, and that's where you get your support. Because nobody is going to understand when you're first starting out, how you need $20 for gas.
Right.
So they're not going to understand, and don't get discouraged. Just find a network because we
Yeah.
all been there. You know what I mean? And if I'm being perfectly honest, I I I, I provide for a lot of people, and I would so much rather give $20 to a person that I know is grinding out here with a business.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It seems like, oh no, I would never ask. No, but if I know that if I knew people out here in Pittsburgh working on like having their LLC when I first got in it, and say like we doing jobs together, I would have been, maybe I wouldn't have said $20 for gas, but maybe I'd have put the $20 in my tank and asked them for chemicals or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's just way smarter. Like, just deal with your network when it comes to support, because you can't expect a person to be where you're at with it. It's your
Yeah.
journey, it's your
Yeah.
vision, it's what you got on, and it's kind of unfair to that person to have to guide you in something that don't even know more than you.
Right. Right.
So, how could you expect that? So I
Yeah.
think that was my biggest lesson, just realizing, everybody has their journey, and I'm just there to support myself and their journey. So I support whatever anybody got going on, and that's just how I move. And because my reality hit when I realized a lot of people didn't believe in me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they'll all be here for the congratulations, but they're not
Yeah.
all gonna be there for the support. So that was
But
my biggest. That was my biggest. Like, whoa.
now I'm gonna switch it up right quick. Right now, what we're gonna do is called the lightning round. So with the lightning round, I'm gonna say a word or a phrase, and you just pretty much tell me the first thing that come to mind. So you ready?
Mhm.
All right, let's get into it. Then the first word is gonna be Pittsburgh.
Steelers. I don't know why.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Next one is entrepreneurship.
Me, freedom.
Yeah. Okay. Next is the cleaning business.
The cleaning business, scale.
Okay. I got this extra one I'm gonna throw in there. Promise Pack Club.
My world. That's my aspiration right there.
Okay. Clean Biz Network.
Um, network.
Okay. Love it. Social media.
Grinding.
Okay. Which platform you spend the most on, like just as a consumer?
Um, Facebook, but I'm getting it now. I'm building my LinkedIn.
Okay.
I'm building that LinkedIn up. You got to build that LinkedIn up. I don't even care if you don't use it. Just get a bunch of friends, build it up, look like somebody, post every once in a while. So
Gotcha. Okay. 850 credit score or $1 million cash?
$1 million.
Right. Okay. Uh, did you? It was a key to success.
Key to success,
Yep.
entrepreneurship.
Facts. Especially if you come from nothing.
Right.
Favorite hobby when you're free?
Chilling.
Right. Just chilling. Damn. I cannot sit
Chilling.
down from.
Just chilling.
Right. Okay. Your favorite YouTube channel other than mine?
I only watch your YouTube channel or people that come from your YouTube channel.
Woman, smart woman. All right. Best decision you ever made in your business?
The best decision I ever made in my business was starting it.
Facts. All right. Your favorite genre of music?
Uh, probably rock, probably reggae.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up. But I'm still gonna ask you the one I always ask everybody, which is, I need your top 5 rappers all time.
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Nipsey. Uh, I don't know the rest. I don't really care for rap this day, but I still listen to Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and Nipsey.
Okay, ain't nothing
And
wrong.
yeah, the other three would have to be like replaced with reggae and slow songs. I mean, the
With
other
that.
two would have to be reggae and slow songs.
Okay, give
I
me
don't
one
listen to
reggae.
enough rap. I listen to old school rap.
Okay, okay, okay. Fair enough. Give me a reggae and a R&B artist.
Uh, Dexter Daps and Vito.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so that's the end of the lightning round. I got a few more questions for you, so I'm gonna jump right into it. Now, we spoke about your apprentice program earlier, right? And I know that, so the apprentice program, if I understand correctly, that's something that's still in the works. But you do have a coaching program. That's the Promise Pack Club. So I
Yes.
just want to know, like, can you tell us exactly, like, again, what it is, and then who is it for?
Promise Pack Club is a startup course for cleaners and craftsmen that will show you step by step where you need to go, how you need to
Okay.
network, websites, proposals, invoices, all that stuff's going to come with it. But I'm simply put together platforms that you need to be on to take it where you want to take it. And even with a bunch of error, you should make a minimum of $5,000 a month with errors. So, but
Yeah.
I'm putting you in a position to like, I'm putting people in a position and guiding them where I feel like we don't have. So that's what
Yeah.
that is.
That's what's up. Where can they go to get to learn more about the Promise Pack Club?
PromisePack.club.
But www.promisepack.club. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. All right, now my next one is the word promise. I noticed that your cleaning business is called what is it? Pittsburgh Cleaning by Promise LLC. And then
Mm-hmm.
you also got the Promise Pack Club. So what's the significance of this word promise for you?
My daughter's name is Promise, and she's something special, man. She's gonna lead the pack for real. So whatever I do, I'm gonna make enough money to leave for my daughter. So the things that are in her name, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna be. I'm gonna make sure that my company's bringing enough money where my grandkids are cool. So
Yeah.
that's why I Promise is all in it because that's gonna give her that boost where this is mine. Yeah, it's yours, baby. Yeah, that's where that
That's
came from.
That's hard right there. All right, now what else I got for you? If you had to start all over again from nothing, what would you do to get back to where you are today?
Two things. First thing, one thing about me that I could do is this SHIT all over again. So
Okay.
I got the blueprint. So, but if I had to tell y'all what to do, first thing I would do, I would go to an agency that hires me the next day. This is really, I did this before, so this is what I would do. I would go to an agency that's going to hire me immediately, and I will,
And when you say
I would
agency,
make
what
sure
you
it's
mean
high
by agency?
paying. And I
What you mean
would,
by agency when you say agency?
like, you know how they got them agencies where they get you jobs.
Staffing agencies, temp
Yeah,
agencies,
I would
that
go
type.
to a staffing agency that, you know how they be having them jobs you can start immediately. I will get me a job. I will work as much as I can till that first check, and I will take my first check and
Yep.
I will get my LLC. I will spend about 500 on marketing, and I would need equivalent. I would probably need like $700, which I could probably borrow because I made enough good relationships. But if I was somebody like that didn't have nobody, I would go get. I would take that first check and flip it. That's what I would
Yeah.
do. I'm
Facts.
flipping that first check. Period.
That's literally what I used to do. I would get these temp service jobs and do the exact same thing.
I did it
All
a
right.
couple times.
Facts. See what I'm saying? All right. Now, I always ask this question at the end, so I got to ask you this one. If somebody's watching this video right now, they listening to you, they see how you grinding, how you hustling, but they just scared for whatever reason to take that leap and start their company too, what would you say to that person right now?
I would say get your mental health right, get your confidence right, put aside anything that ever happened and just get down to business. Get your confidence right. You need the confidence. So long as you believe in yourself, I know we all say, "Oh, believe in yourself, reading rainbow," but but no, if you really just look in the mirror and be like, "Man, it's on," like it'll
Yeah.
really be on. So just keep your confidence up. Just make sure you know whoever's in your ear, whoever's saying what, it doesn't matter. What do you see? So if you see yourself as a business owner, that's what you're supposed to be, and get your confidence up and do it, and find a network. As long as you
Yeah.
find a network, you're gonna. It's too intriguing when you want to do something and then you find a network and you see everybody doing it. So I would say find that network and get your confidence right as you're doing that. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. I ain't even graduate. So I got my
Yeah.
GED on the first try though. So but that's just to show you like you could do whatever you want. Just get your confidence up and keep your ears shut.
Straight up. I love it. I love it. Now, Miss Farren Jackson, y'all. Farren, if anybody wanted to follow your journey, how could they do so?
I would say Facebook, Farren Jackson.
Okay. Okay.
That's where
And,
I
and, then-
I do the most.
and make sure y'all check out promisepack.club.
Yeah.
Right? That's promisepack.club. Make sure y'all check that out. Hop in. I believe you got like ain't you doing like some type of special or something right now?
Yeah, right now it's going on for 300 for the pre-sale, and then it's going to go up to 777.
Bet. Okay. So when the pre-sale in?
I wanted to do it for 30 days, but I'm gonna see how it go.
Okay.
But at least 30 days.
But so I tell you this, basically she's saying get in there now first you change your mind and raise it. That's pretty much how that's gonna go. So
Yeah.
make sure y'all check that out. Promisepack.club, y'all. Thank you
Mhm.
so much, Farren, for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me, AJ.
So if you found that interview helpful and you want to join us in Clean Biz Network, just come on over here to cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We got every single thing you could think of that you need to get started or to grow. We got cleaning business starter kits that are available for anybody that wants us to ship the equipment directly to them. With the starter kit, it'll come with a free year access to our basic membership, all right? Now, if you don't need the equipment and you already got started a little bit, but you just want some coaching and some guidance, get the basic membership, all right? And our Clean Biz Network platform is not just coaching. It's also a full software CRM platform, all right? So you can build your own websites there. We have courses. I mean, the list goes on. You can even get a phone number through our CRM, all right? Now, if you're more advanced, you got a few employees, or you're just struggling to find good subcontractors or employees, or you want to automate your business, make sure you get the automation plan, all right? And not only with the automation plan do you get the Clean Biz Automation course, but you also get to get paid to be you course, but to show you how to make money online as well, just like I was able to flip from a cleaning business to making internet money. So if you're interested in that, get the automation plan, all right? And if you're not interested in joining the Clean Biz Network at all, guess what? We can still help you grow your business. Just come down here and click on buy leads, and we will set commercial cleaning bid appointments for you so you can get customers fast. All right. And then also don't forget that we have the Clean Biz Network Conference every single year. All right. So make sure you come up here and click CBN Conference, or just visit www.cbnconference.com if you're looking to attend, become a vendor, or even be a sponsor at our next conference. So that's what I got. Make sure you watch another video, y'all. AJ Simmons, Clean Biz Network. I'm out.